What's up, guys? Powerbang here, and I'm bringing you guys a Deep Thoughts video on cleanup attacks and why it's important not to reinvent the wheel when you initially drop an attack on a base that's 95+%. When you get a really high percentage attack, but it's not entirely successful on a base, that means that the attack overall went very well. It means that the attacker had a very good plan, and that plan can be tweaked by making just a couple very slight or very small changes in order to pick up that 3-star. So what I want to do today is take a look at the same base. It's a Town Hall 9 base, and we're going to look at 3 different attacks today that kind of highlight the progression and the thought process behind why you would make certain tweaks, and we're going to ultimately watch this thing get 3-starred. So the plan here is Dan Howe is going to bring a queen walk, but first he's going to send in some hog raiders here. The goal is to send in 3 hogs, take out that mortar, and get the clan castle lure. As you can see, the clan castle is right there. He doesn't quite get the mortar down, so he sends 2 more hogs. They go to the left side of that mortar and path away to the Tesla farm. Still no lure. So at this point, he's burned 5 hog raiders, which is kind of a big deal when it comes to camp space. So he just decides, you know what? I'm going to end up getting this clan castle lured with my king, whose plan was to enter from the north side of the base where that wizard tower is at 12 o'clock. So the queen is going to basically walk up, take out that point defense there, the Tesla farm in that compartment. A rage spell will be used for her. So we'll kind of go ahead, fast forward through that a little bit. One thing that's important as well is he's got archers down here working on some trash buildings in order to later on force his queen inside the base. I'll show you that in just a moment. So the queen's working her way through. Once she's through the heavy damage part, in comes the golem from directly at 12 o'clock. Wizards go down on the funnels, and the king is sent in with a jump spell, and he uses a jump spell there because he did not want the wall breakers being shot by the wizard tower. So that's going down up there, and as they get in a little bit further into that base, the golem's going to walk in, and a P.E.K.K.A. is lured. On the bottom, a test wall breaker goes in, and then 3 wall breakers follow. They get the giant in there. The giant went down to distract, and that queen is eventually going to round the corner. Now, the queen pops her ability as the air sweeper is affecting those healers. Up top, the king uses that ability, and he's able to successfully take out the clan castle, which included a P.E.K.K.A. Now, he did not use a poison spell on that P.E.K.K.A. and ended up with very little life left on a level 29 king. So, not a lot of margin of error there. In go the hogs. He hits some spring traps as he heads into the defenses, and then immediately runs into a single bomb in front of that expo where those hogs are held up for an incredibly long time. Now he sends in some more hogs to that mortar. Again, he hits spring traps, loses all of them, and he's late with his second heal spell, and he loses quite a few hogs there, and this attack is going to dramatically slow down at this point. The cleanup is starting to be dropped on that right side. He still has 2 poison spells left and has not dropped any. Finally gets one to come down on top of the king and the skeleton traps there. But the hogs are gone. We still have 2 bombs unaccounted for. The queen is finishing up, and we're going to make a final push into this base once she gets in there. Her goal is to basically go at this king. A poison spell is dropped to slow him down, but he walks away, does take out that queen. He gets to Town Hall, makes a final push, but runs out of time in the base. Ends up with a 96% 2-star. Very close effort here, guys. So what are some of the things that we are going to change? We'll go ahead and look at the next attack. This one's going to be by me, and I will show you some of the things that I saw in the previous one and what I did to modify. All right, so Dan Howe went in previously, right? He went in with the queen walk. He went in trying to lure with 5 hogs. He dropped, I'm kind of highlighting the key components of the raid. He dropped a golem with 2 wizards to funnel and a king up top with a jump spell to get into that queen. He also dropped 3 archers on the bottom spell factories and laboratory with a giant to tank the cannons, and then wall breakers to go ahead and break into the wall. Now, some key things that I noticed were on the bottom wall, this was not trapped. This location right there, that means that the initial test wall breaker was not killed, so I basically decided to bring 1 less wall breaker. On top, one thing I didn't like up there was the extra spell that was used to access that queen. He used a jump spell to get into the base. I saw that there were single bomb sets throughout this base. I believe there was 4 single bombs. 2 of them were uncovered, but it didn't look likely that there was a double giant bomb position anywhere else in the base. So I am assuming there's 4 single bombs in this base. So I wanted to bring that extra heal spell and have a 3rd heal. Now, the plan here was, instead of sending a lure on this mortar, I was going to just plan on handling that clan castle with my king. My queen was going to step up, take out the Tesla farm, continue the walk as normal, just as we saw last time. So in order to do that, instead of using a wizard up there to break the funnel and keep her from walking north, instead I was going to have to bring 2 minions. So I brought 2 minions. Now, I've got the archer started already. I've got minions up top. I dropped the queen in the exact same position. The healers go on her, and we're off to the races. So both of those minions are going to take out that gold storage, and we will watch what happens after that. Queen steps up. She's going to lock on to the gold storage first rather than that wizard tower. And then, unfortunately, both minions go to the upper portion to that army camp and do not trigger the Tesla, so that queen does not approach the wall. Now, a smart thing to do here would have been to send a hog rider immediately on this Tesla. I thought the queen was going to approach the wall and get those Teslas to pop. She appeared to me to be close enough. She's standing right next to the wall, and, you know, the last raid, she popped the Tesla that was standing there, standing in almost the exact same position. So, meanwhile, up top, I've got the funnel going. I've got my golem has going in. My king's gone down. But because I'm kind of watching to see what's going on with this queen, I'm behind on my wall breaker drop. So I drop my giant for the tanking. The 3 wall breakers come in behind, open up the compartment. That's all good. But oh no, my king's already dead. So my timing was off. The P.E.K.K.A. came out, I missed my poisons, the king's dead, and all this kind of snowballed on me from the initial Teslas not popping up there. So I decide, okay, I've got 22 hogs, I'll hit those Teslas directly. I save my queen ability rather than popping it where the last attacker did, because I know I've got to deal with this P.E.K.K.A. So I wait till the absolute last second, and then I go ahead and use my ability. I opted to save the poison spell there because I knew I could take that P.E.K.K.A. out inside of an ability, and I'd like to save my poisons for later on when those skeleton traps and the king is approached. So first heal spell goes down early. We go ahead and hit this Expo a little bit. I trigger one of the bombs to, you know, lighten the load on my hogs there. Here comes the first set of skeletons. I send in, 5 hogs directly. Goal there was to take out a bunch of that, defense, and the smart thing to do there would have been to drop a poison spell. Unfortunately, that was one of those things that just wasn't, to plan. I dropped my last heal spell in this area, and we are going to uncover. There's another giant bomb there. The poison spell goes down, double poison on the skellies, on the king. We hop over the wall here and get this last Tesla taken out. Cleanup comes in the backside, and unfortunately, there is the 4th bomb. We do find it at the last second there. All the defense down except for 3 archer towers up top. We still have the healers up, but unfortunately, guys, again, we are going to run out of time on this base. So we get in there. The queen's doing work. I believe with those healers on her, she probably had enough juice to go ahead and, get some stuff taken care of. Maybe not, though. That king probably would have taken her out. But really close again, guys, 95%. So what that's telling me is, okay, we need to make a tweak. Now, you saw what happened with my raid. Those Teslas and that Tesla farm did not pop. Now, what would happen if those 5 hogs that I sent to that Tesla farm, we could add to the main army? We've had 2 really close fails on this, and let's go ahead and look at exactly how this got taken out. This attack might look a little bit familiar to you. Again, guys, he has brought 3 wall breakers for both the bottom and the top. That's one thing that I missed in the last raid that I show you was the difference in the top. I use wall breakers up there. I offset the golem to the left of that wizard tower to make her fire, to the left on the golem, and then just drop the wall breaker straight on the top. You'll see that here, but the same thing happens. But he skews the minions a little bit so that they're going to walk. One of them goes down. So now when that gold storage goes down, when this queen takes care of it after the wizard tower goes down here, check this out. It's going to go down. Keep in mind, we still got those archers down on the bottom working the buildings just like last time. But here goes that minion, gets the Tesla pop. Beautiful. So now the queen's going to have to walk inward. Once this elixir storage goes down, the queen walks inward. Another Tesla pops. Now, at this point, we've got enough point defense coming down to drop that rage spell. We do that, and as she steps up to the wall, almost the exact same spot mine was in, that Tesla does pop. We get that Tesla farm taken out, and now it's time to worry about the upper part of the base. The queen's going to continue to walk, and you're going to see, again, the offset golem come down, and you're going to see the wall breakers come in. I'll zoom out a little bit till that happens. First, he's got the giant going in on bottom. That's what he's going to do there. 3 wall breakers in, opens up the wall. Now the queen's good to go. At this point, we can shift the focus to the top of the base. Now, this part was key, guys. Instead of using that jump spell up there, we save the jump spell and have a 3rd heal. So the funnel comes down. The golem is offset. Notice the wizard tower is firing at the golem. Wall breakers come from the top, open up the wall, and that king is able to directly access the queen. And beautiful job with that. So now that CC is lured, poison spell immediately comes down. That's going to take care of the wizard and the bard and slow up that P.E.K.K.A. So once the defense towers go down, he uses the ability on his king, and that P.E.K.K.A. is overwhelmed and he gets taken out before it even takes a shot. Meanwhile, the queen is working on bottom, taking out all of these buildings down there, doing a heck of a job. The giant comes into tank in the same spot. Heal spells are in the same spot. Hogs are in the same spot. But notice, guys, the Tesla farm is gone. The queen is already wrapped around. And now we actually have our king working some cleanup, taking out some additional buildings. So that's really helpful there. We've got 5 hogs left. We drop a heal spell there to get through this last little section. And because that king was able to get in and successfully take out that P.E.K.K.A., he's already taken out the enemy king as well. So he preempts these bomb locations with poison spells and heal spells. They don't even trigger the bombs in this scenario. And look at how many hogs he has left over. Those small tweaks that we made just by changing one tile on the minion placement, that created an entirely different raid with an entirely different outcome. We're looking at 15 to 20 hogs left over. I don't know that he lost hardly any hogs in that whole raid. So hopefully that was helpful, guys. That is how you basically attack a base, and if it doesn't work out, make small tweaks. Don't try to reinvent the wheel. Don't look at this and be like, oh, well, hogs failed. We better La Luna it, and then try to basically come up with a brand new strategy, a brand new attack, go at it, and then completely fail that too, and now you've got to basically tweak one of 2 plans. So that's something that a lot of clans make the mistake of, is these high 90s attacks, which you're seeing a lot of lately. They kind of ignore the information that was provided there, and that information it's valuable. Take advantage of it. Take advantage of the fact that it is a great plan. It just needed a few modifications in order to make it that 3-star successful one that you're looking to get. So guys, hopefully this video has been informative. Do not reinvent the wheel. Take that plan, tweak it, get that 3-star for the good guys. This is Powerbang. I'm signing out until next time, guys. Take care. Heroes are going to go down. He's got his queen that goes down